And breathe out. Now, 5 breaths, throwing you in at the deep end. And I appreciate that. If you didn't have this behind your head, okay, then it may affect in this position. As you breathe out, you may feel a lot of tension in your neck. Next time you come across and put your head this way, and you may be able to get a better sensation. Right? It is a tricky thing to do, but this positioning of the rib cage, particularly when it comes to shoulders, can give you this sort of extra room without you having to, particularly for internal rotation, yank it down to the floor. So if my rib cage is all the way up here, I can only get my arm to there, right? If I bring my rib cage down now, I'm probably getting 3 or 4 inches out. Haven't really changed anything with the shoulder. Just this rib cage in relation to that shoulder has released a little bit more room. Okay? So that's what I'm talking about when I'm saying breathe in, breathe that rib cage down, down towards, and it locks in a little bit of pressure. Okay? Right. Here we go. First position is we're going to be on all fours. Now, if you don't have the mobility in your wrists here, you're welcome to do this on your fists, okay? What I want you to do is from this all fours position, you're flat across your shoulder blades. And then we need to punch your hands into the floor so that you end up in that sort of rounded position. It's going to feel like something's going on underneath here. Essentially what you're doing is doing the protraction portion of this capsular work. You could, if you want to, do this up against the wall and push it away. All right? Right here. I can now push my shoulder blades away. Same thing, okay? If you're on all fours, you push the shoulders, trying to push the earth away from you. You're trying to wrap that scapula round the shoulder blades towards the front. Okay? I want you to just take 3 more breaths, trying to eke out as much space as you can. You're going to feel stretch across the back of the shoulders here. All right? The first thing we can do is our old friend tails and rails. All right? The pales contraction in this instance, okay, is all the muscles that would help you go from this position to retracted and squeezing your shoulder blades together. However, because it's an isometric, you're not going to do this. So think about that direction, pulling your shoulder blades together, but not actually. All right? We will build that up to 60% of your maximum effort in order to do that. After that, for about 20 seconds, then I'm going to switch you to a rails contraction, which is to push harder into the floor and try and get more into shoulder contraction. So bring that shoulder forwards in this direction, around the body even more. All right? So breathe in, full protraction. Take a breath in. As you start to breathe that rib cage down, start to think about retracting your shoulders, even though you're going to stay in this protracted position. Imagine you're trying to pinch a pencil between your shoulder blades. Build that contraction up now to 60% of your effort. With each exhale, think about that rib cage coming down. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, even though you're staying in protraction. Hold at 60%. Shorten your breath. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Take a breath in. Breathe out and push the floor away from you even more. Keep pushing that earth away. It's going to feel like all underneath here as you try and get those shoulders to touch each other in the front. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dial down. Back out and back into these shoulder curls. Now the movement that we've just done is the one bringing forward. Okay, that should feel like you've got a little bit more room, maybe just feel a little bit more connected. So elevate up towards your ears. Protract as far as you can, trying not to swing the arms. Put your hands in your pockets. Squeeze together. Elevate. Together. Down. And in the reverse. So hands in your pockets first. Bring together into as much protraction as you possibly can. Elevate. Back. Down. Last time. Together as much as you can. Up. Back. Down. Okay. If you found that a little bit confusing, or if you found it just a little bit heavy, or you in your fist, it's just a little bit uncomfortable, by all means, you can set that up against the wall. All right? As I said here, you can do this standing, lean into the wall a little bit, push my hands away, and I'm into that protraction. It's like I'm punched into the wall. Okay? We're going to go for a second set, a little bit higher on tension. All right, a little bit higher on tension, but not for as long. Okay, so push away as much as you can into as much protraction as you possibly can. On the fist, that's fine. If you're up against the wall, that's also fine. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, breathe that rib cage down and think about all the muscles that help you pull your shoulder blades together, even though you're staying exactly where you are. Build that up through your percentages. 40, 60. And now I want you to work to where you feel safest and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch it and push into the floor even more. Breathe that ribcage down. So pushing the earth away from you, wrapping that shoulder blade around your ribcage. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As we have our hands out in front, now I want to do scapular curls. Punch forward. As you lift now, think about leaving that ribcage down. Squeeze together. Down. Punch. Lift. Squeeze. Down. Okay. So we have protraction, but we also have retraction. Normally, in the past, we've done that in this position, had you bent arm. Okay. Today, we're going to do it straight arm. Okay. I'm going to demonstrate it up against the wall. So I hope everybody can see me. I appreciate that not everybody will have access to the wall and be able to see me. So I will, you will be able to work it out, and I will show you how to do this up again or to do this on the floor. We're going to do a passive range hold for scapular retraction. So that's squeezing together. The way I want you to set it up, if you do have access to the wall, is you either going to go flat hands or fists. Okay? About shoulder width apart, maybe just outside. From there, you can use your body weight to allow you to go into as much scapular retraction as you can possibly go to. That means shoulder blades coming together. Okay? And I want you to just hang out there for your end and figure out where your end range is. Okay, it may take a couple of deep breaths and bringing that rib cage down towards the floor in order to find that. If people do have the wall, I want you to just keep breathing there. And I think what I've missed out there is that I don't want you to be up here. So we also want depression. So you're thinking about shoulder blades into your back pockets as well as retraction. Everybody keep breathing if you're up against the wall. If you don't have a wall or you can't hear me, I'm sure you've got a wall, but if it's not convenient, the wall is not convenient, you could just as well do this on the floor. Use your body weight here, shoulder blades into the back pockets, and then use the body weight to take you. The trouble with doing this is the body weight is slightly more. Okay, the technique is the same, and I just want another couple of breaths at that end bridge. Now, a passive range hold is where we try to capture and strengthen past where we already have active control. So you're at your end range, but we know we're not going to be very strong. So from here, you would then push out ever so slightly to probably about 10 degrees. That rib cage is still down. You're going to then tighten up everything that would help you retract more. Okay. And then holding that squeeze, I want you to lift away from the wall. Place down. Okay. So we have gone all the way into as much retraction as possible. We then come out of that just a little bit, activate everything that would help you squeeze together, and then lift away from the wall. Place back. Okay? This is where the rib cage comes into play quite a bit. All right? I think you can probably see, and it's something I've been practicing this week, but still having to sort of coach myself mentally at the same time, is that as I've gone in, I squeeze together now, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. As I lift, some of that is coming from there and my spine, rather than being able to keep my ribcage down and just squeeze my shoulder blades together. Now, I appreciate this is tricky, all right? So we're going to do 3 sets. We're going to try and hold for 10 seconds. You can see how now I've split my stance, hips facing the wall. Allow your body weight to take you towards your end range. Breathe that rib cage down. Come away from the wall slightly, maybe 10 degrees. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, hard as you can, and then come away from the wall and hold. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place back on the wall. Rib cage down. Allow yourself to go to your end range here. Come away from that end range slightly. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And lift off the wall and hold that position. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place. I'm going to do one up against the wall this side. Okay, so you can see from the back. Last one. So you go into end range. Breathe that rib cage down. Come away from the wall slightly. Tighten up all the stuff, or contract all the stuff that would help you squeeze your shoulder blades together. And lift off the wall. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, place. Right. I appreciate that. I've taken a little bit of a risk on that one. And the reason I've taken that risk is because we've used that technique and that language before. I want us to go now into some more shoulder scapular cars. They should feel smoother and smoother and smoother. Okay, so you're just going to go a couple in each direction. If you were on the floor there, squeeze. I'd have to get you to come back and then place down. Okay, I'm hoping that everybody's able to get to a wall, at least watch me, and then at least hear the commands. Now we've done the passive range hold. Another reason why that is quite tricky, and we're going to do another set in just a bit, is because lots of people just do not have a huge amount of awareness of what's going on back here. You can't see your scapulars a lot. We tend to have them forward a lot. We tend not to move them that well. It is an important part of shoulder, the glen, this part of the shoulder joint, the GA is the glenohumeral joint. Okay. After we've done these for a second time, we'll come back into these, and then I just want you to do a test shoulder car and see how different that feels compared to the way you did it. All right, and you can see then, get a better appreciation for the relationship between this joint and the shoulder blade. All right, so up against the wall again. We talked about bringing that rib cage down. If you can't help but do this, but you notice yourself doing it, that's brilliant. Okay, that's something that you can then work with and police from there. Arms up against the wall, fists into the wall. One leg forward. Allow the shoulder blades into the back pockets. Then let your body weight push you into end range of retraction. Come out of that end range ever so slightly. Breathe the rib cage down. Contract everything that would help you squeeze your shoulder blades together. And when you're ready, come away from the wall, keep contracting. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, place back. Go to that end range again, use your body weight to take you there. Come away from end range about 10 degrees. Shoulder blades still in back pockets. Breathe that rib cage down. Squeeze shoulder blades together. And lift off the wall. 9, 8, 7, keep squeezing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place. Allow yourself to go to end range again. Come away from that end range slightly. Breathe the rib cage down so they're not flared. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Still in the back pockets, and lift off the wall. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back on the wall. Relax. Okay. It's always nerve-wracking doing something new, but you won't appreciate that if you're not teaching it. But I suppose what we're waffling on about at the beginning is that's one of the benefits of having the system, because we can use similar language from things that we've done in the hips in the past and other areas of the body. And although that might be your first exposure to that, you might have felt frustrated or a bit all over the shop, because we've used similar language. If we were to then repeat that, if you were then to try it out yourself again, you would get better quicker because you have that framework with which to go. Those people who are comfortable doing these, I want you to keep doing that. If you want another little bit of a challenge, you can now do what's called a level 3 color, which is with added load. So you can do those shoulder blade movements now from this either this all fours position, maybe from this sort of progress to press-up position, or if you're really feeling good, you can then start to try and do these scapular circles from there. Okay, any one of those variations is fine before we move on to shoulder flexion. So here, okay, really trying to push each edge from all fours is absolutely fine. So elevate, retract, depress, protract, elevate. If you're feeling sloppy doing it like this, or you feel like you're moving too much through your spine, come back, smooth it out through here. Absolutely fine. Okay. Big takeaway from me, and I'm glad I did that breathing down, is when I lift up, so much of that comes from my spine. So being able to police that in the future, and that probably has a big play when I do other things like pushing or bench pressing or whatever, not being able to control that rib. That's my own story. Right, shoulder flexion. So now instead, what I want to do is just do a couple of testers of what we were doing at the beginning and just seeing whether they feel different, better, smoother, because you're able to, when you've got better control now of your scapula. Okay. The drills we're going to do are going to be for shoulder flexion, which is up and down. The way we're going to do this is face down. Okay. Now I ask people in the emails to get the red blocks. We don't have to get them, but these can be helpful for you. But anything really that you can pop your arm up here is good. I also recommend that you can use a tennis ball here. That'll allow you to create a little bit more tension. If you have neither one of those things, do not worry, it's not a problem at all. Okay, we're going to do one arm at a time, and we're going to do right arm first. Because of the length of this room, I may do some of it with my knees bent. If you can go fully long, then that's absolutely fine. All right. For some of you that are struggling to get your arm above your head, being on the floor in this position is going to be challenging enough. Okay, you're going to practice then bringing that rib cage down towards your hips and getting comfortable so that there's no pinching on the back of this shoulder and that the stretch is coming in from underneath the armpit and this sort of front side of your body. So as you've got a little bit more room, you can then start finding where your end range is, okay, by playing around with this. If you do have a yoga block and you exceed that in terms of the height, your other option would be to find like a table, or maybe you can use your broom handle actually. Mine be on the floor. Still, I could do this from standing, but this thing keeps short. And I could work my arm up the pole accordingly. Okay? I don't want to experience any pain on the back of the shoulder. All right? Only stretch up the front. I'm just going to look to do what we call some positional isometrics. Just one round, and then we're going to do some lifts and some hoppers. Okay? So find a position that you feel like you couldn't lift off the floor or off the object. Okay? So if I'm here, I can no longer lift my arm off that block. All right, so this is a good place to start. If you didn't have any of that, all right, because you just didn't have it ready for you, that's fine. You can just go here on the floor and you can still do the directional force stuff that you're going to do. All right, But for everybody else, I want you to find a height and a position that you can no longer lift off, all right? Because it doesn't give you a pinching in the back of the shoulder. We're going to go face down, take a big breath in. As you breathe out, breathe the rib cage down towards the hips and start to push down into the object, the floor or the block. Okay? Keep pushing down. Elbow long, maybe thumb up towards the ceiling. Keep pushing down. Take another breath in. As you breathe out, breathe that ribcage down again. Try and lift off the object. You're not going to move. Try and lift up and off the object. The shape of your arm stays exactly the same. Keep trying to lift. This is quite spicy. 2, 1, relax. Okay, you can then remove the object. If you have a ball, you can squeeze the ball. Your hand on the floor. If you can't get off the floor here, don't worry. You are just trying to continue to lift up and off the floor. For everybody else who does have that clearance, you're going to lift and then do 10 circles clockwise and then 10 circles anti-clockwise, staying straight through the arm the whole time. Okay? Again, I'm going to take this off. This is not working. Oh. Think about where the rib cage is, all right? As you fatigue, you're going to want to lift up and up and up through this spine and maybe this thorax. We want to make sure that we keep that connection between this lower rib and the pelvis. Hand out, everybody off the floor. Like I said, if you can't get off the floor here, don't worry. You're just trying to create a directional force upwards towards the ceiling. Everybody else, breath in, or everybody together. Breathe that rib cage down. Lift. Circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And back the other way. 1, 2, 3. Nice and refined. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Place down. Okay. Other side. Now, if you have 2 shoulders, don't be surprised if one shoulder is more open or feels different. Let's just say it feels different. Those asymmetries exist. I think when I started out, my ambition was to make sure that everything was completely symmetrical. I've sort of come back from the pains, back to what I was saying. I think really what I'm just trying to do is just make each bit better than it is. If that ends up being symmetrical, that's fine, but I'm not going to, personally, my own practice is not obsessing about getting things symmetrical, just better, all right? So, place down first. Find a position that you can no longer lift off the object, or if it is off the floor, that's absolutely fine. Okay? That's probably about right for me, so it's a little bit less movement on this side. Take a big breath in, breathe that rib cage down. Keep it locked in and start to push down into the object. The stretch is on the underside of the body, no pain on the closing side. If you do have pain, you've gone too high, come down, or just lower the tension. Okay? Keep pushing down. Keep that rib cage locked in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and try and lift. If you're hand has come up here, don't worry about it. Most people should be just still on their block or their object. We're really trying to train all this regressive tissue on the reverse side of the shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Remove your object. Squeeze the ball if you can. If not, your fist is absolutely fine. Rib cage down. Lift. And circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! I'm hoping because this is a fairly experienced group that if you tend to too many, obviously you know the rules, that you should just do what you can. All right. I'm only doing one set first because the next exercise is to then try and combine both efforts. All right. So it's both a little bit of the scapular work and the shoulder flexion work. All right. We're going to do that from face down here. So incidentally, on that one, for me, I could really feel my ability to control my rib cage on this side massively compromised, and I can feel like I'm really trying to. So definitely something that I'm going to be working on myself is orientation of that rib cage in relation to what I want to do with the shoulder, so that I'm not leaning back too much and doing most of it with this stuff. Right, the way we did this last one. All right. You're going to go face down. We're going to be breathing that rib cage down. From this position, thumbs up towards the ceiling. I want you to think about squeezing shoulder blades together. Keep them squeezed and then extend. And then back. And then down. So imagine we're squeezing a pencil between our shoulder blades. Together. Lift. Y shape. Back. Down. All right. So shoulder blades together first, then the hover, and then the extension of the elbow, and also the shoulder. All right. We're going to do 5. Take a little bit of a breather, and then do another 5. Okay. So here we go. Face down. Breath in. As you breathe out, you let the rib cage down. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Lift fists off the floor. Extend at the elbow and shoulder. Back. Down. Breathe in. As you breathe out, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift. Extend. Back. Down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Rib cage down. Lift. Extend at the elbow. Back. Down. Breathe in. Breathe out, rib cage down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Hard. Pencil between your shoulder blades. Lift. extend, back, down. Oh, sweaty work this. Breathe in. Breathe out, ribcage down, squeeze shoulder blades together. Lift, extend, back, down. Little breather. By all means, you can get into one of these if you want to. You can go half, touch the shoulder, across, front. Oh, that was interesting and spicy. Right, 5 more. Okay, squeeze together first into that Y shape. Here we go. Breathe in. As you breathe out, ribcage down, squeeze together. Lift, extend, back, down. Breathe in, breathe out, squeeze together. Lift, extend, back, down. Breathe in, breathe out. Lift, extend, back, down. Breathe in deep. Exhale, squeeze together. Lift. Keep squeezing together. Extend. Back. Down. 2 to go. Breathe in. Squeeze together. Breathe out. Lock in that rib cage. Lift. Extend. Back. Down. Last one. Breathe in. Breathe out. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift. Extend. Back. Down. Okay. Okay, well done. Sorry about the sound of the meeting. Just to go over, yeah, I think sometimes it's okay for you to see like inside my own head and realize that this isn't like my learning as a teacher and the way that I'm trying to teach. It's not in absolutes. Like I'm not here to say that this is the only way you can train. We're here to provide some sort of reasoning behind what we do, but also to say that other things are available. Why would I use this? Okay, particularly the cars, and the reason that they've concluded after being a little bit like deer in the headlights, okay, I've been challenged there, is that it's just very low entry. If you're doing other things in your life that cause you to reach back behind you or whatever to maintain this range, or maybe you're doing dance, that's fine, then by all means, you probably are getting that covered in a way. Lots of us aren't. And even if you are doing patterns, because they are patterns and they are repeated in that motion, this explores everything that you've got without failure. Now, it doesn't do it with particularly high force, true, but in terms of making sure that your body knows to keep that so that you can then strengthen it if you wish, then that can take that forward. Now, that's the second time that I've done pretty much just all upper body stuff. So I think we'll be reverting it back to maybe like a full body thing for the next 2 weeks. Okay, but again, I want to be expanding out of the mainly just the rotational stuff. Okay, keep getting the same people, so we want to give you positions, new positions. So it's going to be new stuff each time, which maybe end up being fairly frustrating, but you can always then go and practice them afterwards. Okay, and if you want me to point you in the direction of where to get some more of this, actually, then you can talk to me, and then I can maybe come up with something you can practice on your own. All right. Thank you very much. Oh, what an absolutely lovely day out there it is in London town. I will see you all next week, hopefully. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Oh.
See you. Bye.
Cheers. Obviously, I can hang around here. That's fine. If people have got questions, they want to chat to me, that's also fine. Yeah, good. Right, I can stop the recording now, that's for sure.
Matt?
Yeah, hang on, I'm just stop.